On December 4, 2022, Kharge presided over his first meeting of the Congress Steering Committee after taking the party's helm a month earlier. His opening remarks were a pithy appraisal of the numerous challenges that lay ahead for his party that was lacking vigor. His colleagues present at that meeting concurred with his grim assessment, but many claimed privately that Kharge's prescription for reversing the grand old party's organizational decay and electoral blight would find few takers. Fast forward to 2023, Kharge appears to be steadily pushing the grand old party towards reform and revival. Kharge had pitched strongly for affixing organizational accountability from top to bottom, and without naming individuals, he has pointed out that office bearers who cannot perform their assigned roles satisfactorily should be prepared to make way for others. He asked over a dozen state in charges he had inherited from his immediate predecessors, former Congress chiefs Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, to self-reflect on whether they had done justice to the tasks given to them. Office bearers were told to chalk out a plan of action within 30 to 90 days for public outreach in the states under their respective charge. For a party that had notoriously guarded its deadwood for years, despite obvious organizational decline and mounting electoral losses, Kharge's prescription was one replete with bitter pills. It wasn't a rosy start for Kharge though. The initial months of his presidency gave the impression that the party was again sinking into familiar suicidal comfort of organizational lethargy. The 85th plenary session of the All India Congress Committee held in Raipur in February, where Kharge's election as party chief was ratified, saw the Congress rejecting demands to reinstate the Congress Working Committee elections. There was no analysis of the party's repeated poll losses, nor any concrete blueprint for electoral revival. However, today, the 80-year-old Kharge appears eager to prove his detractors both inside the party and outside grossly off the mark. He is buoyed by the Congress's stunning victory in the recent assembly polls in his home state, Karnataka. In Karnataka, he has emerged as a tenacious campaigner and was backed to the hilt by Sonia, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi. Kharge today appears to be the party president that the grand old party had long needed. The party headquarters has been buzzing over the past 3 months. Kharge has held marathon strategy meetings to discuss the party's preparedness in poll-bound states and has planned public outreach programs. He has kept his doors open for party workers to reach him. This wasn't the case when Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi were in charge of the party. Substantive transformation is visible in the urgency with which the party is now preparing for the 5 assembly polls due later this year. Preparations are also on for the Lok Sabha polls scheduled for April-May next year. Outreach to rebellious colleagues is also happening. This is not to say that these activities never happened when Sonia or Rahul were at the helm of the party. The Gandhis largely chose to work from home and delegated the first round of such talks to an elite club of emissionaries drawn from among their sycophants. This built an enigma around the Gandhis, especially Sonia. It also gave the impression that the party's first family was either unconcerned about the challenges and crisis building up for the Congress or would act only when things had reached breaking point. In contrast, Kharge has chosen constant exposure and hyperactivity as his modus operandi. Over the past month, Kharge has concluded the first round of meetings to take stock of Congress's preparation for the assembly polls due in Telangana, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram 5 months down the line. These meetings, usually lasting 3 to 4 hours with no lunch break in between, also served as a platform for threadbare discussions on complaints from various factions within the party against each other. The Congress president managed to broker truce between Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and his rival TS Singh Deo. At least for now, he has reined in Tonk MLA Sachin Pilot from launching further broadsides against Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. In both these states, though Kharge ensured that the chief ministers weren't forced to step down as Amarinder Singh was made to do in Punjab, he read the riot act to both Baghel and Gehlot. He made it clear to Singh Deo and Pilot that their grievances weren't brushed under the carpet. There has also been a perceptible change in the party's social outreach under Kharge. The Congress president may still be reticent about being hailed by his colleagues as a Dalit leader. He feels it undermines his merit and experience, but he has ensured that the party is unequivocal in its fight for the cause of Dalits, tribals and religious minorities. It is, after all, the traditional vote base of the Congress that the party has steadily lost over the past 4 decades to the BJP and caste-based regional outfits. Of course, all of this doesn't mean Kharge has scripted a guaranteed Congress revival. There are still major unfinished tasks that he needs to tend to. There is the long promised revamp of the AICC and the constitution of the Congress Working Committee. And most importantly, pivoting the Congress back to its original centrality in the anti-BJP opposition front ahead of 2024.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.